Hey guys, welcome back to the Brad and Zach Show. I'm Brad.
And I'm Zach.
And we'd like to welcome you to a new segment we like to call RAW. RAW standing for right after watching. Alright, so what's going to happen is we watch a video and we're just going to give you our unscripted, maybe unedited, thoughts.
Exactly. Pretty much it's just a way for us to just, give our raw opinions about some stuff going on in the public realm. And there's a few rules, if you will, that we set up for ourselves on it. We're going to give ourselves a certain time limit. We're going to go back and forth just to express our raw thoughts on it. And all we've done is just watch maybe one or two, maybe three videos about the topic and just recorded a few keywords to remind ourselves of things in the video. Other than that, it's completely unscripted. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So this show's topic is about the Zuckerberg and Facebook issue going on and how Mark Zuckerberg has appealed before Congress, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. So something that I've noticed from the videos that we watched were Mark Zuckerberg's definition of hate speech. I remember when Senator Cruz was talking to him, he gave him instances such as in 2016, stories such as an IRS scandal, stories with Mitt Romney, stories about Fox News, things like that Facebook had blocked or taken down. They blocked some Catholic pages targeting Catholics. They blocked a Chick-fil-A Day page, something along those lines. And pretty much Ted Cruz was just bringing up the fact that all of these had similarities in the conservative or at least even Christian realm that Facebook had been blocking. And when asked about it, Zuckerberg pretty much dodged around it and pretty much defined Facebook as censoring what he called hate speech. And my problem with that is that when you leave hate speech in the hands of Mark Zuckerberg or in the hands of the security content reviewers that he defined, that makes hate speech completely subjective to whatever they want it to be. And we can see that Mark Zuckerberg obviously leans left. We can see that Facebook and the people working there obviously want to lean Democrat, to lean left. And so when you leave hate speech subjective to what they want it to mean, that means that they can block whatever they want to and censor conservative pages, and that's exactly what they've been doing. And even after he defined 15 to 20,000 security content reviewers that he said that they've hired, when Ted Cruz asked him about, do you believe it's your responsibility to censor content on Facebook due to political things, he avoided the question. And so you see a discontinuity in his beliefs on those things as well, and it just seemed a little immature to me and a little absurd that he was obviously censoring conservative pages and avoiding the questions when Ted Cruz brought it up. So that's where I had a problem with it, and that's what I noticed big time.
So one thing I noticed big time was that he was never really able to give a clear, straightforward answer, unless he was forced to, and then he really still could never give one. He talked about policing the environment as if that's his job to decide what's dangerous to society and what's acceptable, in public conversation. He talked about it was his platform's, it's up to his platform to decide what's good for society. But when you censor, like you said, when you censor differing viewpoints, that's not healthy. That's not good. What is healthy is seeing different points of view, getting a different opinion. That gives you a mental workout. That's healthy. That leads to more maturity. But you can't do that if you censor. He also talked about having a platform for all ideas, but like you said, they've been caught censoring. And then kind of piggyback on your hate speech thing, he couldn't even define hate speech, which makes that a little dangerous if you can't concretely define hate speech, which doesn't exist, by the way. But if you can't concretely define it, then it's open to interpretation, and that can mean anything that you don't like. He was talking to Ted Cruz. He was floundering the whole time. When it came time for Senator John Kennedy to talk to him, he asked, can you delete data? Can you find what data is saved? Can Facebook sell data? And Zuckerberg was kind of smug about his answer. He said, of course you can delete it. Of course we don't give that away without you giving us permission. Of course he was real smug about that, it seemed to me. But at the same time, he seemed to forget that tons of data was sold during the presidential elections from Facebook. And this just doesn't seem like it fits together for me. And that's where I have my problem.
Awesome, so thanks for watching. That was our first raw video. And again, like we said before, the point of these raw videos is to just provide an unscripted version of what we think about things. A lot of times we like to sit down and do a lot of research for you guys to give you some good information, but we started this segment so that you can just see what we think about it before we do all the research and just give you the unscripted. So we hope you liked it.
And as always, guys, feel free to hit us up at our email. We'll link that down in the description, as always. Let us know what you think. If you dislike this segment, if you like this segment, if you want us to keep it, let us know. You can also do that at our Twitter. That's at Brad and Zach Show. Just hit us up there, tweet us. So guys, be sure to share this video with somebody. I'm sure you know somebody who would like to see it, somebody who maybe needs to see it. And give us a like, give us a subscribe, tune in for more. If you like this and we get enough positive feedback on this, we'll keep making these, along with our regular, more organized videos.
A regularly scheduled program.
Yes. Of course, this was pretty raw, I guess you could say.
Absolutely.
As it's our first time, and as
That's
that's how
the
it's
point.
meant to be. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, and
We'll see you next time.
next time.